Also pia baba alikuwa ni mkali kidogo kwenye kuomba hela, like ile African dad akicheka tu baba naomba kitu fulani. Like you can love someone lakini ukiongezana pesa it just like it simmers, you know.
Are both your moms born in the 70s?
Yes.
They don't make him like they used to, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I would appreciate if you buy me this dress. Mtu bwana anakuambia ngoja bali paka mwisho wa mwezi. Yani
you're likely to get hurt on the way. Lakini you're getting hurt and you've gotten nothing from it.
But that's so cringe.
Okay, guys. We are so hungry. Welcome back to Watu Pipo episode 8. Woo!
Yo!
My name is Nkishanira and I am an person.
Hi, my name is Thecla and I'm the other person.
And we have 2 people in the room with us. Let's start with
Cousin.
Hey! He's been MIA, guys, but we are so happy he's here. So happy.
Mpaka wamechoka kumuulizia.
Yani.
So the thing is, I spent the last couple of weeks swimming in the ocean, like that person in the comment section said, like inajasaidia. So I'm back.
You're swimming in the ocean.
Anyambia niogelee kwenye bahari sijui mara 7 sijui linipele gundu la mapenzi.
It was advice you were given.
Yeah.
Okay.
Na gundu la mapenzi bado lipo. No, it's worse than ever.
Oh, too bad.
We'll talk about it.
We also have our VIP today, and his name is
Minori Kaka.
Hey. We just thought, our topic for today is love and money, or money in the context of relationships. So we want to have a teenager's opinion, like how does he perceive love and money at this point in his life, and then we can compare to our experience as adults. Let's begin. I want us to open by asking, let me just ask you, Thecla, and then followed by Minori. When was the first time, like, how old were you when you had your very first crush?
Oh my God. Okay, me, I was an early bloomer.
Mapema
sana. My very first crush was when I was, I think, class 1.
Okay.
Yeah, and he used to bully me. He was a bully. And I don't know why I liked that dynamic. He didn't like me, but I liked him. And and the whole family knew. Yeah, and we were like...
Whose family? His family knew? Or?
Mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I told everyone at home that I like this boy. Let's call him B, because his name starts with B.
Okay.
Every time, so my mom would be like, nimetoka shuleni sinini. Leo umekutana na B. B leo ameniambia hi. Like this. The smallest things. Yeah, so that was the first time. I think class 1 is like how old? 6?
Yeah, 6
or 7.
Yeah. What about you, Noni?
So when I was a kid, when you're a kid, my brain didn't develop it as a crush. My brain developed it as like a person I find more superior in my heart than others.
Ooh, talk deep. Talk.
Deep
so
stuff.
That's how it was.
Okay.
So I think I was in nursery school.
Wow. That's
KG1. It's a year after preschool. I liked a person, but then that person was really, really friendly to everyone. So I thought that they liked me too, but maybe that's how they was. That's how they talk to people.
When you get older, we have a word for that.
What's that?
I can't say it right now.
Okay. But guess what? Even when you get older, there are people like that. Like you think this is like you guys are special to them, but then everyone is special to them.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, it's annoying. Okay.
Did you ever tell your crush that you have a crush on them?
No, I didn't. At that time, I wasn't even in their class, and like.
How did you like them if you weren't in her class? How did you like her?
In preschool I was, and then in KG1 I wasn't.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But like same year, or were they like a year above?
Same year.
Same year.
Okay.
Same year.
So it's like maybe having an A class and a B class, and you were in different classes, even if you're in the same grade. Yes. What about you, cousin Watu?
Listen, I'm just like Noni, and I'm not scared to say her name. Shout out to Karen.
Okay.
This was in Uganda. I don't even remember what she looks like.
You did school in Uganda?
Yeah, man. That's why I'm so exposed. That's why I sound the way I sound. That's why I act the way I act. I'm out here.
Okay.
But yeah, I went to this school, in Uganda called Kissifer and
Kissifer.
yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm such a great kisser. That's nevertheless. But I think that's how I knew. I think I knew early on. Like looking back, I'm such a lover boy because I like this girl so much that I gave my sister her name. Like my sister, one of her names is Karen. Yeah.
Your parents asked you to name your sister.
Yeah, my parents allowed me to name my sister, and I gave her the name Karen. She never uses it, but still.
It's there.
It's there.
Karen,
so Karen, wherever you
Shout
are,
out to
you
Karen.
know.
Have you seen
Karen, 1999 or 2000, you went to Kissifer. If you see this, reach out. Maybe you might be my soulmate. It's been downhill since you, baby, for real.
But that's so cringe.
It is cringe.
Oh my God. My first crush was a guy called Ian. I think I was in grade 2.
Why is everyone naming their crushes? Me, I'm the only
Because
one
we're not scared like
We're
you.
not scared. Actually, if you're still around, I would like to see how you look like now. I don't know why I liked Ian. I just liked him, and he had this thing where he would walk around like his default facial position was.
Huh?
You know those kids walk around like.
Yeah.
He's not crazy. He's okay. He's just how he
Swag.
He just always had his tongue out. I liked him so much. I started doing that. Like, hey guys.
Okay.
They have a word for that too, but we'll get cancelled, so I won't use it.
So yeah, that's my story of my first crush. I don't even know why I liked him. I just used to really, really like him. Okay. I really don't know. Okay. Anyway, now merging the topic of love and money. When was the first time? So we're gonna shift it in two ways, because there's gents here, there's also ladies. Yeah. When was the first time a dude did something for you, like spent money on you in any way? The earliest recollection of having money spent on you by a dude. And for guys, the opposite. Like, when was the first time you actually put thought into buying or giving your girl something?
Damn.
Let's start with cousin.
Damn, that's hard. I don't.
You don't remember?
I
Or
don't,
maybe the earliest memory. It may not be the first, but
like my money or my parents' money.
money. Anyway, that it came from your parents, as long as you were the one who was at the counter.
There's this one. Okay, there's this one girl, and I was like 17. I don't know what I bought her, but I would skip school for her. I would skip class for her, and I would pay my driver to drive me to her place whenever she was on leave. So sometimes she'd be on leave, and I was a day schooler, so I wouldn't go to school that day. We'd leave home, namwaga mama, like I'm going to class. Skip class, pay off the driver. He'd drive us.
Yeah, you would bribe him so that he can take you to her and not to school.
Take me to hers, and then we just drive around. Like me and her in the backseat. He's driving us. Yeah.
And your parents don't know Bakaleo.
They don't know Mpakaleo.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much did you pay the driver?
Yeah, actually.
I think it was like chump change. Like my pocket money at that time, maybe 50,000.
What year was that?
What year?
It was 2012.
Damn.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to pay a driver.
Same, Nani.
At that time, like 2012 was, it was higher. Like
it made
50K at that time is like, let's say 70 to 75K. Right now.
And you're in which grade? Which form?
I was grown. I was like in form 5.
So each time you go out with her, it was 50K.
Yeah, I think so.
But was it frequent though? Wasn't as frequent.
It wasn't frequent. It was maybe like, I don't know, whenever she was home, which was maybe during the summer, like August maybe, like, so
Okay.
twice, 3 times a year.
But cousin is a baller.
Cousin is a baller. Cousin is a rara.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a rara. Okay.
You were saying something, Non?
So like, what if they were in like a leave for a whole week? So you'd go out with her the whole week.
No, because I can't miss class for the whole week.
2 days a week.
But at least if she was home for the month, I'd try to see her maybe twice, 3 times.
A week.
Okay.
No, like
total.
Yeah, total.
Yeah,
like back in the day, we really didn't get to see the girls that we liked as much as we would like.
It was difficult.
It was so difficult.
You had to lie.
Like we had girlfriends, like you remember, like I'm sure you guys can share your experience about your boyfriends, but like I definitely had like girlfriends, and I'm using air quotes behind the scene, but like girlfriends that you've probably spent a total number of like 4 or 5 times, like in totality, because you only saw them 4 or 5 times a year, right?
In a year.
Like already December, they have to spend it with their family.
Like,
you know, they're sneaking out on a Ruka Okuta for you, you know, good times.
Okay, good times. T, when is the first recollection of money in relationships?
Mimi pia, I was quite old as well. I think it was after Form 4 for me. And I think that's, Mimi was counting my boyfriends wa kabla ya hapo. Because I think that was you know him.
Yeah.
I tell me he's my first boyfriend because it was my first everything. Yeah, and you were saying how did he,
like, how was that? Like, what did he buy for you? How did he spend on you? Like your first time money mixed in a relationship.
So he was quite older. He's like 5 years older than me. So at that time I was like maybe 17. He was like maybe 23.
Pedophile.
Oh yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So he had, I would like go on dates. Okay, I would lie to my mom. I'd be like, Mama, naenda shopping ya shule. Then would go, of course I would do the shopping, but then after that would just be around town, you know. And he had a car. I don't know, I was having a good time. During like visiting day at school, because now we dated until when I was in Form 5 and Form 6 and first year. So he would come on visiting day. So I would have like the time with my parents, and I'll tell my parents to leave early. I'd be like, Mom, knowing my boyfriend is somewhere there, you know, chilling. He came with his car and whatnot. I was the cool, like, the girl was like, hey, ni Thecla na mahusiano, like, yeah. So my parents will leave, then I'll go there. He would have brought me like maybe KFC or whatnot. Yeah, he was really
like winning.
Yeah, he was
putting in the work. He was putting in the work.
He was. So that was the first time. Yeah.
Okay.
Now broke up with who?
I broke up with him. He left. He went to China to study, and the course he was doing was like 4 years. So. And he was not coming back until
amalize.
Yeah, so it's just like deuces. It's not gonna work. Yeah.
What about you, Noni? Like, what is your have at this point in your life, have you taken a girl out on a date before, or have you bought something for a girl that you liked?
Your first question, I've never taken out a girl before, but given a girl maybe a present, using my money, maybe, because let's say I bought something for me and then I decided to give it to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very selfless.
Mfano, maybe gummy bears.
That's cute.
Utafika mbali.
Yeah.
Utafika mbali.
Umeanza vizuri sana. Me, I dated lakini when I was in chuo, when I was in A level, O level, it was small things like tukipanda daladala ananilipia, wale watu ambao tunakutana nao, sijui French school, sijui tuition, things like that. Kwa hiyo, the first time I felt money in a relationship was in my second year. I was living in a hostel where there was like offices za watu. So every now and again, so we share the same compound, we'll bump into the guys who work in the offices. Then one of the guys, he was Mozambique. Was he from Mozambique? He was Angolan. Yeah, very nice. And my portfolio is international.
Was that in uni?
Yeah, in uni. He was Angolan. So I remember we just became friends, and then eventually started dating. And it would be a thing of like, we'd just be sitting down chilling, and then he's like, I'm craving something sweet. I'm like, yeah, me too. Okay, let's go. Then we'll drive to Woolworths or a food place, order food without even thinking of like, how much is this food? You know, you can't the budget sana. How much do I have left to the end of the month? Like, it was so free. We could drive anywhere. Even if that thing we're looking for is like 50 kilometers away, we can drive because he has the time, I have the time. And I was like, hey, money is sweet.
Yeah.
Like you can love someone, like ukiongezana pesa, it just like it simmers, you know. And my God, it was the shit. So we're almost wrapping up with Noni. Is there anything you want to say before we finish this part of the episode?
I have like some questions, but I'm gonna say like a little bit of them, like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So my question for all of you guys is, when you're in love with someone, and let's say you're in love with someone, and they don't have money, and a person who has money, who would you choose? Because the person who doesn't have money gives you more attention, right? And a person who doesn't have money, no, the person who has money is like he just shows money, meaning they work, so they have to get that money, so they spend less time with you. Yeah. So which one would you pick?
Such a grown man question. Okay.
Any wise beyond years.
It's because I'm nonchalant,
So Noni, me personally, with where I am right now, I'd pick the one with the money. Yeah, because I also don't have time. So us both not having time
it's okay.
Is a good thing. I'm working, they're working, but I know when we get together, there is the means to make it as special, or as good.
Okay.
Yeah, so the one without money, it's going to be hard for me, yo. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Nah.
Yeah. Nah. Okay. Cousin, sasa wewe, does this apply to you?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is it relevant to me? I mean, either way, quality time is my love language. So I'm picking. No, she can't be like a brokey, but like but I'm picking time over money every time.
Okay. I'm such a hard person. I'll pick the one I love because money comes. Of course, it's not as convenient because when you're with the rich person, the things you can do in that 1 hour is like, what? This has changed my life, I would, however, pick the person who I love. Lakini sasa it depends. You can't be broke and you can't be like it can't be that you have nothing. You have to either one, show effort, a lot of effort, and then have something, then we can move. It can't be from zero. It can't be like unemployed, unentrepreneured, nothing, it can't be that.
Okay, my second question, it's more on the love side than on the money side.
Yeah.
Maybe let's say you're dating someone and then you decide to break up with them, and then they just start saying, oh, I thank God you broke up with me, I didn't love you. Like, I didn't God like damn. You. Thank God you told me that.
Yeah.
How would you react to that?
I think they are so loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's giving so loser. I'd be like, okay, great then. Like, if we are in the same page, I mean...
That's a sign that our time is almost up. Malizia.
Yeah, but then if we're in the same page, I mean, okay, sure. Yeah. It would hurt, though. It would hurt, because what do you mean? You're also thinking, But yeah, it's giving so loser.
Yep.
Wait, like I'm the one that broke up with them and they're saying...
Yeah, I never wanted you anyway.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
I give her a hug and a kiss on the cheek. Take care of yourself.
Oh. Yeah, they need it.
They do.
Yeah.
They're troubled people.
They're troubled people. Yeah, they are. Man, I think you guys' answers stand for mine. I think both are correct. Yeah.
And if you're in that situation,
yeah,
you do both of them.
No, I agree with what cousin said. Like, they probably need love. What Thecla said, kwamba you are probably also like, you're bitter, yani you're so loser. But also, like, that's not true. I know you loved being with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the
What
end.
about you?
Yeah.
How would you react?
I would be like, I'll just say, I'll be like as nonchalant as possible.
That's the way, brother. Listen.
Yeah, that's the way.
Nonchalant is the way to go.
It's not like I'm gonna try to be as nonchalant as possible. I'm gonna try being me as possible.
Which is like naturally nonchalant.
Exactly.
Listen.
Either you're me or you're not perfect.
Like you have a bright future. Listen, exactly. you have it all packed.
Listen. Visionary.
I see you, brother. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, for real.
Exactly. I'm a good role model.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
This guy's on a wave.
Yani wanaendana sana. I wish we could keep you all the way to the end. YouTube laws. Okay, guys, thank you so much. This marks the first
end of the first segment.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Noni, for having us. You're so smart. You're so smart.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. If you guys want him back again, yes, I am. If you guys want him back again, let us know.
Shout out Noni, man.
Shout out to Noni.
Thanks, Noni.
Bye.
Bye. Jamani, karibuni sana kwenye podcast yetu. Tumerejea. Yeah, we took a short break. A commercial break. Part 2.
Let's get to the real shit now.
You know, hii convo tunaongelea kuhusu pesa na mahusiano, and before even going to mahusiano, we really tend to repeat the things we saw at home kwenye mahusiano yetu. Our money scripts zinaanza nyumbani. Kwa hiyo, before even getting to how you're maneuvering this money and love space, let's start at home. How is the money dynamic at home between mama na baba? Ulivyokuwa mdogo, who were you asking for money? How did you see money move? Who made those decisions? Kazi, unaona umekunja sura? Anza wewe.
It's triggering.
No, it's not triggering. I was just thinking about it. I think my parents' money story is what I aspire to have with my future partner. My dad is, I guess, yeah, he's a breadwinner. Like, he had more money, obviously, but my mom also had her own bread. My mom wasn't like a stay-at-home woman, amekaa kinyonge, like kama mzee asiponipa pesa sijui nini. So it, like, I grew up in the dynamic of my mom doesn't need my dad's money, but my dad takes care of my mom still.
That's ideal.
That's ideal.
Yeah. Like, I don't need to take care of you, but I want to. Like, let me ball on you. Like, keep that in your pocket.
Yeah.
I got you. You're mine. I got you.
Okay.
Wewe mpenzi. Mimi nitakuwa naongea last kwa sababu mimi ni moderator.
Kwa kweli. Mimi, I think it's more or less the same. My dad is he? I don't know. Is the breadwinner. And my mom also was, I think what I saw or what I could perceive was that walipeana majukumu. So my dad and mom's dynamic in money is it's giving very recent. Unajua sasa hivi recently ndo watu wana 50-50 mwanamke na yeah, that was what I could see my parents do. Like my mom would take care of like the house help, she'll pay that, she'll probably buy the groceries, you know, like kupamba nyumba. Then my dad would take care of what? Rent. You know, the big things like buying the car.
Okay.
I don't know, like the big things like taking us on vacation, you know. But then mom will be like, makocha sijapenda, you know. Of course, I'm sure she would ask for money from my dad, but then probably ana kafungu kake pia to just, that dynamic did change as I grew older, but then I couldn't feel that there was resistance from my mom now shifting to being the sole breadwinner. Because my dad retired early. He was just like,
stuck it in.
And then he went to the vijijini there. So my mom stayed in the city with us and whatnot. And you know, kuna namna ambayo anacho earn my dad very seasonal because he's a farmer. So very seasonal. Kuna muda. Yeah, so during the time that there's nothing, my mom stepped up. But I couldn't feel kama kuna any resistance. Like,
resentment.
It came very easy to her, and I understand why, because she already was in that space. Like, kama, you know, she wants to buy something with her money, she would.
Yeah. She was capable of accommodating that financial change.
Yeah, so that's that.
Sawa. For us, I'm saying us because my siblings are in the room. I grew up with my dad being a breadwinner by maybe 97%.
Yeah.
Because my mom resigned her corporate job to take up a job where she can be more present at home. And naturally, if you're working part-time or if you're working flexibly, you don't earn as much as someone who works full-time. And my father would take care of everything. Like, the house, I think he built a majority of it. Of course, I don't know the real numbers. They might come and say, you don't know. But my dad did almost everything. Like, he was the one who got us to school. Kwanza tuko wengi. And my mama aliolewa alivyokuwa chuo. So my dad was obviously, like, was a breadwinner. And then somewhere when I grew up, I think around 16, 17, my mom resigned her job to become an entrepreneur. And I think shortly after that, she started making good money. Her money again is seasonal. She's a consultant. Kwa hiyo unakuta kuna kipindi na hela nyingi, afu kuna kipindi hana hela kabisa. Lakini hiyo hela nyingi can carry her for a long amount of time. Whereas my dad earns more frequently, but not as big. He earns it in smaller chunks. My mom earns in bigger chunks. So when that shift happened and my mom started making money, she slowly became the person that we would go to for things.
Okay.
Because now we can say, okay, mama is doing well, and she's also very open about her finances. So, okay, mama has money right now. Mama also doesn't have money right now. Also, pia baba alikuwa ni mkali kidogo. Kwenye kuomba hela, like ile African dad akicheka tu, baba naomba kitu fulani. Any otherwise unampima sana, whereas mom was very easygoing. So naturally, once we saw that she has the capacity to handle our financial needs, we just moved there. So slowly my mom rose into the role of breadwinner. I didn't see that it was a problem until very recently. So now the dynamic shifted entirely. Now she was doing a lot of things, but in my mind as a child, I'm thinking it was like this in the beginning. It was the opposite. So maybe now it's time for you to also,
it's like it's her turn.
I saw it as like it's your turn now that you're actually doing well. And COVID may impact a lot of businesses, including my father's. And since after COVID, and my mom's job is not impacted by it's resilient to easy COVID. She could still make money, so she naturally took up that role. The problem came when I started to see that it's taking a toll on her. Like she was like, I could tell she was not as happy. She was more stressed, and I could tell she was feeling overwhelmed by being a caregiver, because her job allows her to be at home still, but also being a financial provider, like doing all those things. I could see in Msumbua, and this is a very key thing because I see it has affected how I perceive money in relationships, because sometimes I'm like, okay, when I choose a partner, I have to make sure that I don't end up as stressed as what I've seen my mom go through.
But can you, like, I don't know. Sijui kama you are in a position to know that for sure. Can you though? Because I don't think your mom ever knew for sure kwamba down the line kule nitakuwa mimi ndo breadwinner.
She didn't know. None of us knew because it just happened kwamba suddenly she's making way more money, and my dad was impacted by COVID. No one knew what COVID would do. And my dad anafanya kazi ambayo it's not necessarily a need. Kwa chakula, it's a need. Lazima hata kama ni COVID, hata kama ni kipindi cha what financial recession, you will just buy food, you will just go sokoni. Lakini his industry, his sector is more
very
of like
luxury.
Like a luxury. Like you need to do it, but if you don't have to do it, you can survive.
Yeah, like in times of need, I'd stop doing this.
So during economic like recessions, those kind of sectors, they don't make, like tourism, for example, or a hotel. Who's going to a hotel during COVID? So his sector was one of the sectors that was influenced, and because my mom was already making money, it made sense that she would now step into that role.
Yeah.
However, over time, I could see it's weighing on her. And I would see, and subconsciously I would take notes, like, okay, kumbe when a woman is doing everything, she can feel like, like this is too much, because now I'm still a mom, I'm still a nurturer, and I'm also a provider, and I just felt like, she's carrying the world in her hands, and it felt like, for me, when I'm choosing a partner, I don't want to end up in that dynamic.
Yeah, same.
But that's interesting, but like, because speaking as a man, to me, you're saying that you would veer away from that dynamic, but to me, that would be perfect. Like, I want the safety of knowing if it all goes to shit, my woman can hold it down. Like, she can hold the family down for however long it might take until I get back on my feet. You kind of don't want... I feel sorry for men who are the sole providers. Like, if I die right now, my family is gone. Like... If I lose it right now, if COVID hits, like sijui tutalalaje, like there is a comfort, and I think that's why I'm saying the dynamic that my parents have makes sense to me, because I'm willing to finance everything, but I need you to be the emergency plan.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Like, let's use my money to take care of everything, and let's use your money, like put your money in places where if it doesn't work out, we have a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
From a
woman's perspective, I'll tell you that I can hold you down. Like there's a ticking clock.
There's a ticking clock.
It can't be kwamba, take your time.
Are both your moms born in the 70s?
Yes.
They don't make him like they used to, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
You think they were happy?
Like, no, but they held it down. It's not about being happy, but they held it down.
I think given that you were a mother, you were a wife, and you have the money, there's no way you will not take care of things with what you have. Question comes is, let this not be is this comfortable? Is this our life? Anyway, usha relax, like and then you sit down. I think that's where the issue comes. Na pia ile, there's a ticking clock. Like you can't be down for 7 years. Like
I didn't plan to be down. Like I'm just down right now.
Be up,
please.
Up.
Try to
up
be up.
Down. Now.
Yeah, I think also what you're saying, hapo ulikuwa unasema kwamba obviously you're a woman, you won't let your nini. Babe, there are women ambao wakishaona vitu they leave.
Bro.
They leave.
Oh, really?
And actually those are many than those that stay.
That's what I'm saying. They don't make him like they used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, only regret is that I'm too young for them 70s women.
For someone born in the 70s.
Yeah. Ideal.
Okay. All right. So now that we've heard a brief picture of our money stories,
let's get to the shits.
Let's get to it. Hey. Ha.
While you're thinking, let me ask her. Let me just get to it.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a man in your life that you weren't feeling, and then he blew a bag on you, and you're like, oh, you're kind of handsome, actually.
Yes.
I kind of like you, actually.
Yes.
All right, talk about it.
Yes.
The guy who took me to Woolworths, whatever, he had braces. He was not attractive. But the convenience, the access was attractive. So it's like, oh, so you can also, like, they just tap into the is it the feminine side?
Yeah.
They tap into something so primal, like, I am safe with this guy, you know?
Yeah, for me, I think also I have so many of those, but then recent, because I was so happy when I asked that question, because this is so recent, right? Met this guy, the first date, I didn't like him. He's short, okay, not like short as in like my short. I'm pretty short, so if a guy is my height,
then he's a really short.
He's a really short guy, you know. He's short. He's also tiny. I'm big.
Yeah.
You know, if you're short and big, it's fine. You're short and tiny.
And you're small.
You know. He was not interesting in conversation. You know, I could feel like there was a lot of like blank moments, you know. But imagine, girl, I changed my mind. Because he came a bit late to the date. So I already ordered. Kwa niliorder kwa size ya wallet yangu, kwamba
in case
asipotokea I can, you know. So I remember I ordered a cocktail, shots. I always order a cocktail and shots, and like chicken or something. I wouldn't eat chicken. I would always go for steak, but because I didn't have the money for the steak, I'd be like, you know what, let me take the chicken. Hey, nimefika pale, and he's like, I think you can order maybe wine. Do you want wine? Sparkling wine? Nikaangalia, I was at you'd bleep that. But I was in a high-end restaurant. So a bottle of wine there is a good amount, chunk. You know. Also, bottle of sparkling, whatever it is. The moment he said that, imagine, nikamwona kidogo ni mrefu kidogo. Yeah, nikamwona ameanza kuwa interesting.
This is for all the gents out there. Whenever you're on a date, never order wine by the glass. Yeah. Don't do it.
By the bottle.
Just take the bullet. Just trust, bro, listen to me. Trust me. Order by the bottle.
Oh my God.
Trust me.
The bottle came, pale. Wakaniminia, nikafanya the whole shebang.
Swish.
I was just like, yeah,
this is it.
After that, I'm leaving, you know, with my kasmoka car, my kipanya. Nigga pulls up with like a BMW X3 and like a recent one. And I'm like, you know what?
Moist.
I can now start, you know, I'm not materialistic, but then I could see the vision.
After all that you said, oh wow, no shit.
No, I could see the vision. I was just like, you know what? We can work something out. We can work something out. So yeah, long story short, imagine I made that situation linger for a while just because I could see kwamba this one is going to make my life easier. But of course, at the end of the day, personality will always supersede all those stuff. Yeah. So yeah,
it didn't work out.
It didn't work out, babes.
But it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun when it lasted. You know?
Yeah.
Vitu vidogo si kucha si nini.
You know, after there's this thing I would normally talk about with my girls. Like, you know, kupiga matukio is almost like a constant in relationships. Yeah. Like, you know, because mshindi ni mmoja, ideally mshindi ni mmoja, you're likely to get hurt on the way. Like, you're getting hurt and you've gotten nothing from it.
Yeah, imagine.
Like, you have gotten, leave there. There's nothing you can say that this dude did for me. Like, you can't look at something and say, that was actually him, good times. Yeah. Nothing. Bora umie ulie, lakini you can say, kwa kweli, lakini it was a good time.
Wewe ndo unafanya watu wakae kwenye abusive relationships just because they're being...
I mean,
we don't mean it like that. Like, I hear where she's coming from. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm always saying, listen, I'm going to hurt you anyway. You might as well blow my money. Like, enjoy yourself. This is not gonna last long. Enjoy yourself.
Oh my god! And you were saying something. What is more expensive? Like when you're a single guy dating multiple people looking for the right person, or when you're in a relationship?
Listen, as someone who should I even say this? As someone who has only recently come out of like a serious trying, you know,
a serious trial.
A serious trial, you know, having multiple women is much cheaper.
Why?
Because there's no entitlement there. I can do I can spend what I want whenever I want. When she says, hey, yani kuchangu imekatika, I'm like, sorry for your loss.
Because we're not dating.
Yeah, like you can't get mad at me. Yeah. And if you're mad at me for a week, like, you know, I'll bring you something. And then you forget about it. But like with my girlfriend, it's like nikama, and I think especially with the Tanzanian girlfriends are expensive. Because Tanzanian girlfriends, most of them just come from that kind of household of baba provider, mama na chill too. So it's like hair, makeup, everything. Like nails, everything. It's like, oh, like you're an orphan now. Suddenly your parents, you don't have parents, you don't have a job anymore. Like, you know, whereas when you have multiple women, first of all, when you're single, women care more about just having you, like having your company, having you sexually. They don't even really need you to provide like that.
Okay. Yeah. It's not an expectation.
It's not an expectation. It's like they're surprised, like they're overwhelmingly happy. Like I'd rather spend money on a woman that I'm not dating because they're a lot more grateful.
Yeah.
I think girlfriends take a lot of things for granted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Fair point, because you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. Duh.
But if you're just, you know,
a situation, it's like,
thank you.
Like flowers.
You brought me flowers.
Like a girlfriend. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Like, yeah, sure. Duh. Who else is supposed to give me flowers if not you? And then in that thought, hey, there have been funny situations that I see what you're saying when you're saying, kwamba, if we're not dating, if we're not serious, I don't have to give you money. There are those dudes they're very active online, on get now, back and forth chats. The moment you say, I need something.
Yeah, we know about that trick.
Crickets.
We know about that trick. It's not working anymore.
Crickets.
I recently said, don't try to scare me off by saying like, yo, nahitaji hiki nakutumia. Like, what's up now?
There's also that. There's two things.
Wagwan now.
You don't. There are dudes who, you know, ukiwampa hela they disappear. Yeah. So I have a friend who was like, this guy is not letting me go. Nikinganga. Akasema naomba sijui milioni mbili whatever. Then he disappeared because he knows, this is not for me. But then you meet guys who can actually kama mtu wako yule.
I respect a guy who disappears. I respect that, right? What I don't respect and what I will not tolerate going forward, I'm asking you for money. You are telling me no, you don't have. Then after that, you want us to continue to chat after there.
No! They disappear. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying.
Disappear. Kwamba
hawarudi tena.
Huna na hutaki kuendelea na mahusiano namna hii.
Yamekushinda.
Kwanza unajiheshimu wewe. Wewe unajiheshimu.
Yeah.
Umeniambia no. Then after that, so what are you doing?
No.
What am I doing? What?
3 days later, kapotea. 3 days later. 3 days later. Hey, what's up? Umependeza. I respond to status. As if we never had this conversation. Like he wants to move forward.
First of all, that's your hobby for real.
Tujiheshimu.
No, that's your husband. Like I spend more money on women I don't like than the women I like.
Why? How?
Like the women I don't like, it's like, hey, I'm just trying to get something from you. Like we're having a good time. Like I know what I want from you. So if you want, like, you know, the fiscal things from me, you know, it's back and forth. You know, malipo ni hapa duniani. Get what you need to get. You know. But like with a woman I actually like, if a woman I actually like asks me for 2 million, I'm thinking, kwanza najifunga. If I give you 2 million, that means I just have the 2 million to provide for you whenever you need it, and I want to keep you like for the long haul. I can give you 2 million. Get what I want from you and disappear from your life. That's easy.
Consistency.
But like the consistent, I can't afford to do it consistently.
Or me, I don't like the kind. Or hi, maybe I need this dress, right? And they're like, ungeniambia tangu Jumatatu.
Oh my
Kama
God.
ningekuambia tangu Jumatatu.
Oh my God.
Ungekuwa una hela usingekuwa na, yani kama una hela ya hiyo dress, huna tu hela ya hiyo dress. You know?
Imagine
me, I don't like people who over-explain. I love the ones who either you give me or you ghost. Don't tell me no, then you're sticking around. Don't, because now unanibeba ufala.
I get it every time, as long as it's not anything crazy.
Yeah.
I get it every time. I like spending money on on women. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been told it's a problem.
Men love to spend money on us. You know, they make it like these dudes were squeezy. You know how feminists, like women like us, we get triggered when we hear, a woman must cook. Men these days get triggered when they hear, a man must provide. For them, that's their like they feel very protective over their wallets because they feel like women these days don't really want like you. They like what you can do for them and stuff like that.
Which is a fact.
Both. We like both.
But not
we
women
like
these
both.
days.
We like you.
That's women since the beginning of time. What do you mean?
I think women now are less like that than women than our mothers. Because in our mothers, it was an expectation.
And in our mother's time, it's not only the woman who is expecting, even the family of the woman. Kwamba, kwao kuna nini? Kwao ni kina nani? Wana mali. What the hell?
What the hell you on?
What the hell you on?
What the hell belly? Wow, I have so much to say. I want to start by... You know, and that's something I've realized from our parents. You know, our mothers almost grew up in a dynamic where they depended on the father, whether or not they had money. But these women, I think, wamepitia some inconveniences or struggles from that, while they've raised women like us who are told, don't depend on a man.
Yeah.
Find your own money. Yani, if you're in your late 20s, early 20s, or maybe not early, but if you're in late 20s, most likely, mamako amekwambia kwamba, I know you think this is fun, but trust me, you're happier with your own money.
Yeah.
Kwa hiyo, as a young girl, nilivyoanza kazi, imagine there's a point where I didn't expect anything from a dude. Anything. Like, I would be broke as hell and I would not call my situation, my boyfriend. I would just chill because I've always been told by mama, use your own money. Like, don't let a man's money.
What does it mean? Mimi mpaka leo asking for... I think...
It's very uncomfortable.
I have to write that message.
Edit it.
You know,
send to the group chat. Send to the group chat.
Send it to ChatGPT.
Edit again.
Make it more feminine, please. Make it look like I'm not begging. It's tough.
I think it's an art. It's an art to ask.
It's an art.
It's an art to asking for money. I saw a tweet that it was a screenshot and the girl was saying, "Ish, I still don't know your name. Maybe send me some money so that I can know." And I'm not gonna lie, that would work on me. That's fly. That's some fly thing to say to me. Like, send me some money so I can know your name. Like, that would work on me.
First, middle, and last name.
Yeah, that would work on me.
Wow.
So it's an art.
And I feel like maybe you can tell us from your male POV. There are some women who will just be spent on. Like, they don't gotta try.
They don't even have to ask.
They walk in this room. And some rich nigga is like, get her champagne.
Yeah.
Won't even ask for her number.
Won't even hataki kwa yani anamwambia yule nani anaitwa waiter usimwambie imetoka kwa nani.
Yani
she deserves it.
There are ladies who will be spent on mpaka unasema like, okay, I get that, you know,
you're beautiful,
but like in beautiful mpaka unanunuliwa like a brand new car. Beautiful, and this is not a movie. This is someone you know.
Yeah.
Like hajaomba. Believe me, like you told me about a friend of yours once. Mnatoka out na hela zenu as girls, like mnatoka out na hela. You have your budget, kwamba everyone, we're going out for dinner. Everyone carry about 30K for a drink and a meal. You go there because of that chick. All of you mtalipiwa. Like there's that woman ambaye, like as a man, like what is it? Like, because sometimes they're not even that cute. I don't know, but what is it about that kind of woman? Like, how do they get everything without asking? Like, how does it work?
It's just, it's
your cue.
It's my cue now. I've been trying to think, like, why is it certain women I spent more money on than others?
Yeah.
Okay, leave alone the women that get like money spent on by strangers. Like, have I done that before? Yeah, maybe. Like, gone somewhere, we're in the club, I saw a girl in the corner, I'm like, just mpeleke afu simwambie ni nani. I've done that maybe once or twice, but really I spend more money on, like, I call them baby girls for a reason. I like girls. If you can bring out the daddy in me, like if you can be my real baby girl, I'm spending money on you.
How? How do we act like baby girls?
No, it's like it's an art to asking. Like, you never want to make me feel as though it's transactional, but you always want to make me feel as though, like, daddy, I love how you provide for me.
Like, I appreciate this.
Like,
so much.
Yeah.
I've used those moves. I would appreciate if you buy me this dress. Mtu bwana anakuambia ngoja bali paka mwisho wa mwezi. Yani mimi attracting some
there's a book I someone gave me to read that changed my perspective. I think I shared it with you. That book is called Whole Tactics.
Oh yeah.
Oh my word. So imagine I come from that background ya kwamba never depend on a man. Even my dad would tell me, don't let these men, take advantage of you because they have money. Like, I take you to these places so that you can be exposed. Ili another dude cannot come here and just make you lose your shit over a steak. Like, relax, like, So that's my mentality, right? Then one day, this is also my evolution, yeah. One day, it was an end of year party at my workplace. I didn't have anything to wear, and if you work in corporate, end of year parties are important. You have to look nice. People go as far as getting a makeup. I had nothing. I had nothing in my wardrobe, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. And then a lady looked at me and said, "Shania, a beautiful girl like you, are you telling me there's nobody in your contacts you can ask for money for a dress?" And I was like, are you sure? And I was like, okay, let me give this a try. Babe, I emailed like 3 dudes. All of them were, we're getting to know each other. We're not there officially. Imagine that day I got like 500K and I was shocked. I was like, kumbe, it's as easy as saying, I'm sorry, this is happening tomorrow. Please, can you help me? Kumbe, it's as easy as that. And then after that, you send them a picture of that dress, each of the 3.
Yeah, that's the code. Listen.
You should send a picture, eh?
Listen,
looking
always
sexy in that dress.
Maybe I'm always lying.
No, Tena, this is how you trap. This is how you trap him. This is how I've been trapped before. Like, just wear, if you can, buy the dress, like wear the dress, and then send them a view once. Ask him, how do I look? Oh, baby, you look so sexy. Do you want me to wear this for you? Of course.
Oh my God. Guys.
Here's the bill. Say less. I'm sending it right now. It's worked on me multiple times.
What?
Yeah.
That's hectic. And when a dude does that, it makes you feel like...
Because now it feels like I'm the reason you're out here looking like this.
Yeah, it is the reason.
And you're dressing like this for me. That's why you sent me the view once. Like, it's for me, really.
Ooh. When dudes do that, babe, inakukuna in a different way. It's like, okay. And so in this book, basically, they teach you how to get as much. It's evil. I'll still send the attachment. If you want to just DM me. That book teaches you how to get the most, how to be a baby girl. Like, what? How can you be the woman who men just want to pour into, like, immensely, right? So I read that book and I went through a phase where, I don't know, it's the point where I went through a phase where everything was about money.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that phase.
I stopped seeing men
babe.
as human beings. Like,
I would tell Shanira, this guy, like, has he ever spoiled you? Has he ever sent you money? Ask him for money. Like, babe, yes. I can't ask for money.
Nipe simu yako sasa hivi. I went through that whole phase. I went through that phase where it was like, I'm getting the most from you and you won't eat me. And it would work.
Yeah, it would work.
Because, and cousin, I think we talked about this before, Kwamba. And one thing that book taught me that I've seen in real life, as a woman, your most lucrative window is before you sleep with this man.
True.
Moment you meet him to the moment before you sleep with him.
That's when you're blowing the most money.
Every time he will pursue you. So extend.
Find a way to extend it in a way where, he still feels there's
Don't
still hope.
Don't make it feel impossible.
Yes.
Don't make it feel like, that's what that book taught me, guys. It's not me, it's a book.
Yeah. I also read another book that says the same thing, that men are actually in love during that time.
They're in love. After
the
that,
chase,
they're in love.
The chase is everything.
It's intoxicating.
The chase is everything.
Yeah. So back to this thing, yeah. It came to a point where it was not... men became an accessory, and I felt like this is not what it is anymore. Because what about this? And I know there are men during that phase that I really hurt. I can say, like, there are men about when they hear my name, they're like, oh, bitch. Because they didn't get anything. You know, there's this guy, I remember, I was so rude to him. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. We're not in terms where I can text him, but, I'm really sorry. This guy, we knew each other and we were friends-ish. I don't even know what we were doing, to be honest, because I wasn't going to give anything up. And I knew from the beginning that, this is not where I feel like I can be open in that way. But he had the means, right? So every now and again, I would have problems that I need to be solved, and he would disappear. And then when he disappears, I disappear. Then he comes back. And then I tell him, the reason why I disappeared is because you didn't do ABC. So eventually, like, I basically made him feel like, the only reason why you are here is because you can do something.
Okay.
Like utu wako does not matter. Like mbona hujanisaidia na you understand?
Okay.
Eventually he got in line, he started sending. Then one day he took me out on a date. And this is dangerous. This game is dangerous.
Yeah.
Because some people don't wait for you to give it to them. Some people will take it. So,
Yeah.
so we went on a date and he was awesome. We went. I like sweet things. So before the date, we went to my favorite cake place. He swiped. And, I bought without reservations. Like, I want this, I want this. He swiped. We went to a place where his friends were. There was drinks, alcohol. I'm not that big on alcohol. So we got a bit. We drank. We ate. We were just making stories. And then he was like, and then that night, every joke I made, he would just make it like, so you want to come to my house? Like, it was anything I could say. Oh, I wanna go to the stars. And like, you wanna be on my spaceship? Like he was like, that guy was like, today I have to eat because I have been chasing
the
this
Nkishanira
chick.
budget has already been
This
blown.
budget has been
I need my return on investment.
I need my return. I could feel like, hey, this is tense. However, when I was like, I would laugh it off, it would disappear, but he would try again. Eventually, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go home. Okay, sure. Where do you stay? I stay Hapa. Drove me. We were far, by the way. I live in Kunduchi, so Masaki is the area for everything. Drove me all the way home. So on the way home, babe. Now, this man has been spending on me for almost a year now. I didn't like him. When I told you guys on a podcast and I was trolling that I take a long time, I meant it. It's been a year. So now because he's been doing so much and that night he did so much, I had to like touch his thigh, almost like make him feel like,
give him a little something,
And I was feeling so cringe. I was like, whew, like Leah?
Yeah.
Because I had to make him feel like you've done something.
You appreciated.
Thank you. And then he would touch my thigh and I would be like, the hairs would stand up like this.
Like, ew.
But I ate his money. I have to pay. Guys, this thing, it's not always safe.
Yeah.
We got home. Now it's time for me to alight the vehicle. So now I'm taking all the goodie bags he got me. Imagine. Back, all the things he bought me that night. And then he was saying goodbye and I don't know how it happened. And then he was kissing me. Babe, I was like this, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh my God.
I left my body. I was like, what is this?
But then,
I deserved it though.
You did.
I deserved it. And that was the last time I think we engaged. But it's dangerous. It's dangerous because now you have to do things you don't want to do.
But then I think that's the reality of being a baby girl. You're a baby girl until it's time for you to give the sugar. You have to give the sugar at the end of the day. And the day that you're going to give the sugar, oh my God. It's cringe. It's
and you have to make him feel appreciated, and you don't like this guy.
Yeah.
And the thing about money, it can give you convenience, but it doesn't really make you like the person. And you will know that once he is broke.
Yeah.
You will know that, hey. Anyway, cuz what's your opinion on this about women who just take and not give anything in return?
I mean, I think it's like a mathematic equation. It's like a football match, I don't watch sports, but that's the closest thing. Like that's my version of sports. Just like the back and forth, like how much can you get away with
until you have to pay?
Until have to pay sounds
okay. I get it.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's like the rule number 1 is just stay away from women who don't like you. And if you are self-aware and humble enough, you can tell when a woman doesn't like you. And sometimes I'll just, I'll do the little. I've definitely sent women to money to like internet strangers who never got back to me after that.
For real?
Yeah, but it's just like a check test. Like I'm willing to lose 100K. I'm willing to lose 50K to confirm that you don't like me. That's a cost I'm willing to pay all the time.
Okay.
Because I know like if I send you this 50K and then you disappear and then. Because I'm the type of person, I'll send you money and then I'll never, I disappear after I send you money, not before.
What?
Like if you ask me for something, I'll send you the money and then I'll disappear.
Yeah.
And if you never hit me up again, then we'll never speak. And there's a lot of women who can say that about me. Like I sent them money once or twice and then they never heard from me again. Okay. But for me, that's kind of my way of knowing, oh, okay, she's interested. And yes, some women have come back because, they wanted more. They wanted to see how long this bag really is, but you can tell. You can tell as a man. So I have no problem spending money on women that I feel like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So my next question is have you been in a relationship, like how soon do you take before you start discussing finances in a relationship? Like none of us here are married, but have you gotten to the point where you're like, okay, for example, you cousin, in the beginning you spoil this lady, but then if she's gonna be your girlfriend, you can't afford to be spending, I don't know, 300, 400 every day with her. Like it has to be sustainable. So how long do you come to a point where you decide, okay, now I have to tell you, like, this is my budget. This is what I can actually afford in the long term. Like how long?
I've never gotten to that stage in dating. I've never gotten that far before. But if we're saying like outside of my finances, I like giving women like financial advice.
Yeah, you're very much a DSC dude.
Yeah, so I'll be like even the last person I was dating, like I think maybe by date 3-4, I was like, why don't you get Money Lover? Shameless plug. You know, like why don't you track your expenses? You seem like you're living a bit of an expensive lifestyle. Because again, the problem with a woman who's like financially illiterate or is a bad spender, it will trickle down to me.
Yeah, it will.
Like I don't want to have to finance you because you're living outside of your means.
Yeah.
I'd rather you use my money to get like luxurious things. Like I want to finance your wants as opposed to financing your needs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why am I paying your rent? Just go back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. And I've seen, back to that trend, I've seen, Thecla, you wanted to say something? I feel like I interrupted you.
No, actually I was
processing.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen this trend with dudes, and you guys can confirm, but especially when you're with a dude and by, you know, I feel like you just know it's not that serious. Like it's just a passerby kind of situation. Kwa hiyo, I've noticed with dudes, if you ask them for money for something as simple as like a want, I need a dress, I need a pair of heels, or I'm going somewhere, I need something like something that you don't necessarily need, but it would help make your thing easier. They're more likely to help. But that same dude, ukimwomba rent, even if it's the same amount, hakupi.
For real.
I've seen that. I've seen where it's like I have to ask you for something frivolous. But if I ask you for something I actually need, like maendeleo, like biashara, you disappear. I've seen that in my experience. I don't know. Cousin, do you feel like that's true?
I think that's so different from me.
Really?
I think I've gotten more money from guys when I say the money is of something important. Like I'd get away with like, my car is broken. They would give me the money. You know, maybe, for example, a very recent one was pump nyumbani imeharibika. Pump shingapi laki 4. You know, they know it's a need. Like you need that water.
You need that, yeah, true.
You understand?
True.
But almost always the kids are, dress. They'll be like, ngojea basi mpaka mwisho wa mwezi. I'm like, the dress is 60K. Just the last week, you did this. You gave me 700K for my car. I mean,
okay.
You know? But then from there, like, mtu akiwa hivyo mimi I get it. Huwezi amini. I'm like, kumbe you can spend on the things that matter.
Yeah.
I only started recently spending on needs, and I was a big spokesperson for spending on wants. Like I don't want to spend on the things that you need. Like you should just be more, like you should be an adult.
You should be able to handle that.
Yes. But then, you know, with like seeing someone that I actually liked, that I actually wanted to be with long term, it's like, no, I actually want to make your life easier.
Yeah.
And so if I'm spending all this money on your needs, maybe there's not enough left over to spend on your wants.
Yeah.
I get that. So this is the question that I've you know, come across recently, now that I'm a retired, you know, baby girl.
Retired, for real.
Can love truly conquer financial struggles, or is that a myth? And I want to speak to you, cousin. Right now, you obviously have an income, and you're very much growing in your career. But there was a point where you're an intern. There was a point where you're a university student. And at that point, your needs were still the same. You still needed a girlfriend or someone to keep you warm, or, you know. How did you manage? Like, how were you able to... Did you feel like money kept you from meeting up with women? How did it work when you didn't have money?
So I'll tell this story, right? This was during COVID. I just finished uni. I didn't have a job for 5 months around that time. And there was this girl that I really liked. Like, okay, when I say like, obviously you guys know me. So when I say like, it's just, I wanted to sleep with her. Like I was attracted to her. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like this was like Twitter days, so I was like crazy on Twitter. I was under our comment section, we were interacting, and then this one time, and maybe she hears this and then she'll know it's her. She said something about like back pains because of like her period, and I was like, oh, let me blow your back then. And this thing went viral, blah 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 blah, and then
this is on Twitter.
This was on Twitter, and then I think she commented something about like, or like just like get me like ibuprofen or something. It was like she slid in my DMs like give me ibuprofen. I like listen, I was so broke I didn't have money for ibuprofen.
What?
I hit up my boy. And I'm a shamelessly plug my boy. I hit up Pablo, and you know how Pablo is. I was like, brother, listen, so and so needs like naomba ununue wewe mpeleke, deliver it and be like, it's for me. Like it will get me a long way. He disappeared for like 3 days, obviously.
Yeah.
So I had to hit her back like, oh, see, like I'm so far away. Like I made up something like she wouldn't know. But now if she hears this and she knows, listen, shorty, I was broke then, but like I got bread now. Like listen. So since then, I feel like since then, I think soon after I got like an internship, I started getting a little bit of money. Actually, that was the experience that made me like, oh, man, I need to get my bread up.
Yeah, I need money.
Like I never want to be in this situation ever again.
Yeah.
And I think it's because women are completely not self-aware when it comes to like money that men spend on them. Like you guys only count the money that you physically receive. Like you don't count the conveniences that come with me having money.
Yeah, it's true.
Around last year, I was dating this girl, and at that time, the car that I usually drive around with, my mode of transportation, as my friends like to call it, ilikuwa na zingua. So I was using the other car, and this is like a Cruiser V8, whatever, know.
It's giving governmental.
It's giving, I got bread, right? So I met this girl around that time, and me, I told her from there, like, this is not my regular car. Trust me, like,
please
don't get it twisted. Yeah.
Usijichanganye.
But I liked her so much that I would leave work, posta, I'd pick her up in Masaki, and I would take her home in Busy Beach for like a week straight. I think I spent like maybe 700,000-800,000 kwenye mafuta tu. But it's not touching you, so you don't care, you don't feel it.
Okay, so when you ask how much does cousin give you, they'll say maybe.
Yeah, like he maybe bought my hair a little bit. He took me on a date or two. But like if I count the transport that I used with her in totality in the whole dating phase, I blew at least 2 million. Just picking her up because I enjoyed her company. Like quality time is huge for me, like I said. So I would just pick her up, I would take her home, and then I would like remember like Namshusha and Busy Beach, and then I have to start looking for Kimara.
Damn.
So I was burning maybe like 60-70 kilometers, and this is an old Cruiser, so like I'm burning cash, and I'm burning it fast.
Damn, it's true. It's really true. And sometimes the way these men spend on us, it feels as if he has a lot of money. Unakuta, you can be earning the same, or you can be earning more, but the way he gives to you can make you feel like he's good. Like I remember you told me one time when you asked some of the women, a lady you were dating, like, how much do you think I earn based on how? Yeah,
based on our experience and what we've been doing together, how much do you think I earn?
Just for example, look at your colleagues who you earn more or less the same. What they do for their girlfriends, they burn through so much cash, but to the girl's side, lazima takuwa na hela because surely ngekuwa na amount ndogo singespendi hela.
Exactly, they think. Most women think that we're spending out of convenience, where like I'm actually going out of my way to take care of you.
Yeah.
Damn,
I appreciate my boyfriend so much more right now. Yeah.
If I had a boyfriend, I would say same, but.
Okay, so when it comes to dates, there's always this conversation of like who pays first, or whatever. But I really think what this conversation is about is, I know it's so annoying, and there's never an answer. It's never an answer, but I think
there is a clear answer. Gents, just pay.
Just
pay, my guy.
Yeah.
Unless you don't like her, then
Yeah.
Because I can't fathom a situation where someone is making me pay.
Okay, let me ask you
I will pay. But then that situation will be so cringe.
No, let me ask you a real question. If you asked a man out, are you still expecting him to pay?
Yeah.
I don't ask men out.
I would actually text things like, hey, let's go to the movies. We go to the movies, I'm there waiting for you to pay by the till.
What?
Yeah. But I think what this question is about is really like, I think for men, and I'm trying to understand men, they be giving so much, and even if it was you, Thecla.
Yeah.
Kila siku ni wewe. It can feel like
even nikifulia leo itakuwaje if I lose it all today.
It can feel a bit weird. Yeah. So I think what these niggas are really asking.
There's a trick. You know me, I don't like pay. I don't pay, right? I don't bring out anything. I think there's a trick to making these men feel like, I'm not using you, sana. You know? You're going out. This guy has paid for your steak and mashed potatoes, paid for the whole bottle of nini sijui. Mnapanda gari zuri mpaka nyumbani.
Gauni ambayo umevaa to the date.
Gauni and what not. Wewe tu jifanye I want to go inside there kwenye supermarket. Ingia supermarket, nunua ice cream. I bought you. Oh my God.
I think niggas are starved for gifts. You know, when you give a man a gift.
They can't believe it.
Like,
they can't believe it. What? Thank you. And they'll be so weird.
Like you're the first girl to ever buy me.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Apple, it's ice cream.
That's the only way, baby girl.
I remember giving.
After that, he's ready to spend another 300K
on you. The book said that. It's in the book, girls. It's in the book, ladies.
Listen.
There was a time. There's this guy.
Buy the little things.
I needed a scammer, guys, at some point in my life. I needed a scammer. Man was bawling. I remember nilipewa laki moja for voucher. He was bawling. Yeah? I know, right? So, I remember when he was about to leave the country, he wasn't Tanzanian. When he was about to leave the country, you can guess where he's from.
Scammers.
Love that guy. He was really cool. Adi Leo. He's a very good guy. Honestly, just because you're a criminal does not mean you're a bad person.
Yeah.
There are people who are not criminals and they're assholes. So he was about to leave the country. I was like, let me give him a token. I had a bracelet at Tanzania. You know, these bracelets are kawaida zile za Tanzania zile. Took it off, gave it to him. He was like,
I will wear this until the day I die.
Yeah.
He just was like,
they
you're
don't
the
believe
most
it.
special woman, like nobody. Because kumuka, men are not coddled, men are not spoiled.
Yeah.
They're not. And they're so starved for love. And
they really are.
So when you do something, they really like I want to give you the world because nobody has thought of me in this way. Anyway, that is a really good thing. And honestly, for me, what I've tried to do in this relationship is have at least 1 month of the year where I can spoil my man. And it's tough because this is that month, by the way. Oh. And I'm like, this same salary, you're supposed to do what again?
Yeah.
Yeah. So truly, it's we should give men more love, honestly. Actually, apart from it being a tactic to get more money, like generally, just show your man some love. So kila siku yeye tu, you know? Especially if he's always the one providing. Yeah. We are coming to an end. Any final remarks? Cousin, you seem like you want to talk.
Listen, I'm single. I'm looking for love. I'm reformed. I'm grown enough. Like I've swum in the ocean 7 times. Just if you need my contact, just ask Nkishanira, ask Thecla. You know,
you can come and sit here so we know you when we see you.
Nah, baby, no.
Shy?
Okay.
I'm too shy. I'm camera shy, but you know, if you love the sound of my voice, you want me to talk you through it, just talk to T, talk to Nkishanira. Let's get it done. I behaved the entire episode.
Okay. This is a beautiful note to end on. Okay, guys. You already know the drill. Mimi ndo mama ambaye huwa na wabeg, right? We just crossed 600 subscribers. Yeah, so please, you already know the drill. Subscribe button iko kule. That's the button you should
maybe here.
Either side. You should be clicking that button, please. Another thing, comment under here. We love the comments that you're giving us in the inbox. Nawapendeni sana. Under here.
Skia. Tukifika 10,000 subscribers, I'm doing a face reveal.
Meskia.
Road to 10K subscribers.
Road to 10K subscribers. Please like our platforms, follow us there, and thank you so much for the love on the episode we did with Coco about friendships.
Yeah.
We reached 1,000 views in one day. What?
That was crazy.
What?
Mimi mpaka leo, I'm still going back to like the YouTubers.
Like,
what? Love you guys.
Thank you so much for having us. And cousin, we love it when you're here. They love it when you're here. So please keep coming. Tunapenda sana. Until next time, your favorite Watu People.
Bye.
Bye.
Kwaheri.